Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your September reading. It's a specialized reading for life purpose and career. And this reading will apply for the whole year. So starting now, September 2016, towards September 2017. And the reason I decided to do this is because I love September. It's that whole back to school vibe. It's usually the time where people do the most reflecting. You'd think it's actually January, but it's mostly September. I find where in the summer people leave jobs. They, think of starting fresh in the fall and just think about, their new path moving forward. So I thought it's best to do this reading. All right. And just to let you know, because people ask the difference between, your life purpose and career. A life purpose doesn't mean a wage paying career, okay? Your life purpose can be separate from your career, from the job that pays the bills. But you're still living your life purpose and you're always living on purpose, okay? Because Spirit has intended for you to live or act in a certain way in this lifetime where it doesn't necessarily mean that you could get paid. So for example, you could be in a job like sales, or you're a construction worker. I always give this example. And you're actually a natural psychologist and your friends and family come to you for advice. So a lot of people, they would get paid for something like that as a counselor or a psychologist, but you might be doing it for free. And this is, still, it's fine because you're still living according to your life purpose, whether you're getting paid or not. So you need to provide healing to those around you, okay? So don't feel stuck that you need to figure it out right now, or you're in the wrong path, or anything like that. We all have more time than we think, okay? So there's always time to take a course, to, broaden your knowledge, to read a book, and to get involved with that you feel connects to your heart and it's aligned with your interests and your values, okay? So let's check out your cards here. A lot of you, I do feel, will be going back to school. So I'm not just saying that because you have back to school. It's a back to school month, September, but you have two supporting cards here, which is school and study. So you might be formally attending a school, so getting your degree or going for a master's, furthering your education. But overall, I do feel, and don't mind me, I'm jumping card to card, but whatever calls to me first, I'm going to say. But the answer that you're seeking for a lot of you involves going to school. So something that you're interested in, you might need more education. And it could be that you choose to take a certificate, like maybe it's 6 months, or a workshop or a seminar, or a bunch of different courses, and then they all connect with each other. So you might be using those courses towards one career path that you like to embark on. Okay, so this is great for a lot of you thinking to go back to school. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll go now in the fall. It could even mean for the winter, since this reading does apply for the winter as well, until the next September. But overall, I do feel a lot of you feel a bit of like a block, and I'm getting it through the chest area, like you're breathing. It feels a bit stuck. And that's because your soul, it urges to express itself creatively. It longs to express. So in order to gain more clarity on your path, on where you need to go, okay, I do feel, not necessarily as a paying gig, but as your own meditation, I feel some form of creative expression that your soul is urging to put out there in the world. It's calling for you, okay? So whether that's painting, music, maybe you like to play a certain instrument, working with light or color or decor, photography, jewelry making, doing arts and crafts, anything at all. It could even be in the performing arts of dancing, singing, okay? Your soul wants to do this, and when we do this, when we express ourselves creatively, all right, this is your mind. It connects with different dimensions, okay? So working with sound, light, and colors brings you to a higher vibration, and it connects with your spirit guides, and it'll give you divine guidance, okay, by doing that. So when you do connect your heart to your favorite creative expression, you will be able to hear guidance coming to you of different forms, and will be able to gain clarity. So don't be afraid, because a lot of you, I'm feeling, are afraid maybe you haven't perfected your art, or you need more practice or something like that, and you're comparing yourself to other people. This isn't true. This is just saying, this is ego-based fears. And the bigger your purpose is in the world, the bigger your ego will be trying to stop you on your progress, okay? So take the time to practice, and put some time in your day to, give yourself that space to create. And like I said, if it's not going to turn into a commercial, venture or whatever, like getting paid for your art, it's going to be your meditation, and that's going to give you a lot of peace of mind and clarity for moving forward. So anything you've done as a child and you forgot about it, this applies to maybe a few of you listening. It's telling you to bring that back into your life, okay? So something that's takes you out of this world, out of reality, is very much needed for you at this time. Okay. Let's move to the Justice card. So your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. So a lot of you could be getting in justice field. So different lines of work involved in this card is police work, criminal law, investigation, political science, social justice. So maybe you're in like a nonprofit agency or something protecting a certain cause, dealing with fairness. Law comes out of it as well. Perhaps there's a legal matter you're going to be faced with this year. That's for maybe a few of you listening, that you need to deal with before you move forward in some certain area that you wish to get involved in. So maybe you need to do a criminal record or a clearance check, something in your profile that you need to add in regards to the job. Okay, so I could see that happening for some of you. But overall, this is great. Any job that you're called upon to bring fairness and protection to others, to bring more balance into the world from the harm that's happening, okay? So anything that you can think of that you feel relates to you is in this card, okay? But you might even go to school for this. So maybe the justice field is an area where you feel drawn to. So maybe you're going to go to school for that and you're going to learn more about it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be for that. But since it's beside it, a lot of you might need some higher education for this field. Okay? And you are supported to move towards that you desire in your career and life purpose. So the universe is trying to send you messages. So as long as you release those fears and be open to them, that's when you're going to hear them, okay? So this is a card that's telling you to be have faith and to know that everything is happening in its divine timing. Everything you've experienced so far is aligning you to where you need to be. It's aligning you to the type of work you need to do, and it's aligning you to the type of people you need to connect with. Okay? But I do see there's a lot of research happening that you're doing. So maybe for a certain subject of interest, maybe you're doing a lot of your own study. So there's some subject that fascinates you that you're not gonna end up maybe going to a formal institution, but you're gonna probably buy books and you're gonna self-teach yourself, okay? And I'm seeing the keyboard in the study card, so it's telling me you're going to be doing a lot of research. I see you on the computer or in a book. Okay, so reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So whether that's taking tests online to help you gain more clarity on what type of career path you need to embark on, or that's studying the subject of interest, okay? You will be very focused this year. I see your head, you're dived into books. So that's something, and you and Cancer had that. So maybe you'll have a team member that's a water sign, or you're going to work with someone at school, or maybe in your own business, you're bringing along someone of a water sign. You get along with water signs as well, Capricorn and Cancer. Yeah. So that's just something interesting that just came to me. But overall, make sure you're taking those workshops. If you're thinking of, starting something, take a class, take a workshop that applies to your interests, anything at all to develop your learning, okay? It's never too late to learn. And a lot of you might be feeling maybe it's too late or you're too old. And this is also the ego coming in, telling you that. And those voices, unfortunately, can be louder because it's things society has built us to believe. It's our parents, it's, friends around us. So sometimes you really have to listen to yourself and what you think is best for you, okay? And knowledge is power, and you have the owl there of wisdom. So as you dive deeper in these subjects, you will be gaining more wisdom, and other people will benefit from you, and you'll also encourage them to follow their own passion and their desired path in life because they see you doing it. So you also give a lot of strength to other people. Okay, let's move towards the last card you have here is Builder. So this card here, it's there's a lot of variety in this card. It says your innate building ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Okay, so this could actually be physical building, cars, building houses, building gadgets, airplanes, trains. Your career may actually involve that to build things actually, or like construction, mechanics. It could be that as well. But overall, your soul is longing to create and to build. So you're very reliable, you're dependent. People depend on you for you have your earthy qualities. You are very connected to the earth. So I would go to a Capricorn to help me build a home. Just you have that comfort and leadership about you that people trust you to build and help them build their life, okay? So not only build the things around them, but help them achieve things in their life. So people look up to you for that, okay? You also have you have physical strength. So maybe a job or a career in personal fitness, training or building muscles is a part of your life's purpose. It could even be that you're watching your health this year and that you're thinking to maybe join a gym or an exercise program that will help bring more vitality in your life. Okay, so this card could apply to some of you out there as well. In another sense, this card Builder can be you want to build your own business. You want to start something from scratch. So it could be web design. It could be you're building a blog. You're just building something that you love and it's meaningful to you just from scratch. So this is also something I see you doing this year. I feel a lot of you will take that initiative to launch your business, start a project, collaborate with others around you on starting it. Maybe even architecture, that's also a big area of focus here. But overall, I do see you very much deep involved in this subject, and you're trying to learn so much about it, whatever it is, okay? And you're going to come out by next year, you're going to master something. I don't believe in like 100%. And I don't believe anyone could be perfect in something, but you're going to come very close to that because I see you very focused. Okay. So take the time if you get stressed out, because I do see you getting absorbed in something. take that time for creative expression and just doing something that just sets your soul free by painting or writing or something totally out of this world that just opens up your creative avenues and lets you connect with your divine guidance. Okay, something dreamy or la la land, whatever. So it's just in order for you to balance the practical with the dreamy. So that's going to give a nice balance and well-being in your life. So I hope this all makes sense for you. Like I said, if you have any more ideas on jobs or career paths that I didn't mention that you feel someone would benefit from, feel free to write them down in the comment section, since someone might get inspired by a certain job and look it up. They didn't know it existed, and they could start something new from there. So you really never know. If you'd like a personal reading, you could just go down. I have a link in my Etsy shop, and once you click that, you'll come to my life purpose and career report. I do also mix astrology and numerology in that, and it's my favorite reading. So if you need clarity in the type of work you need, or just gaining more clarity on life purpose, that's a great reading. So hope you have a good month and a good year for career, and I'll see you next month to continue the general readings. Bye bye.